let's go ahead and get right into it. The truth about good credit that no one talks about. If your credit score is over 650, 680, 700, that's considered a good score. But the problem is that a lot of people don't talk about the types of issues, the types of things that can happen if you have good credit. Okay. Let's go ahead and get right into that tonight. All right. So, first things first, by the way, we get people that ask us all the time, can we help them improve their credit scores? Yes, we can. We can help you improve your credit score, qualify for home ownership, and also lower your car payment. You can see right here how we helped one of our members go from 657 to a 684, so on and so forth. As you guys can see that, scan that QR code to learn more about a custom game plan for you. All right. So, first things first, good credit problems. Okay. Number one, you get too many credit card offers. You get entirely too many credit card offers. Okay. Now, what does that mean? That means that as your score starts to improve, once you start, especially when you start getting to the sixes, 620, I would say well past 620, of course, but it starts around about 620 or so. That's when you start getting entry level credit cards, Capital One, First Premier, First Progress, Mission Lane, Credit One. When you start getting up to about 650 and above, 680, 700, it never ends. So I'm going to show you all how to stop all of that. Okay. One of the first things that you want to do, you want to go to a website. I'm going to show you right here on my screen here. Okay. So the website is called optoutprescreen.com. Okay. Optoutprescreen.com. And here you can either opt in to credit offers. So if you feel like, hey, and this happens too, by the way. If you're like out of bankruptcy, a lot of banks, sometimes you fall out of their marketing strategies. Okay. And so I've had some of my clients opt in where they just were not getting enough credit offers. They should have been getting more credit offers and things of that sort. If you feel like your score is higher, or essentially like over 620, over 650, but you are not getting any credit card offers as you should, you can go to the same website and opt in. So let me show you how it works. You actually go down right here. It says click here to opt in or to opt out. Okay. And then you put in, you can either opt in or you can opt out. Okay. And no matter what your choice is, you can always come back here and opt right back in. Okay. And again, unless you do a permanent opt out. Okay. And it's 100% free. So I do recommend some of you all take a look at that for sure. Okay. And that is getting, again, too many credit card offers. If you feel like you're getting too many credit card offers, you already got your foundation. You guys know the foundation you need. That means you're going to need about 5 to 7 accounts open for 8 to 11 years. You want to have a mix of accounts. Once you got that, you don't need to keep getting credit card offers if you don't want to. Okay. Unless your strategy is to, credit card stack or something like that. Next is you forgot where you came from. You forgot where you came from. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is when you had a 500 credit score and you got approved for that auto loan, you had that auto loan for about maybe 6 months or so. Now your credit score has improved. Now you've gotten a credit card offer in the mail. Now that you've gotten that credit card offer in the mail, now your credit score has now gone up. You've gotten a few accounts in between. Now your credit score is about a 640. However, you forgot where you came from. You forgot the credit card that you got when you were in the 500s. It's time to replace that or get something better or see if they can give you a limit increase if it's worth keeping. Your car, it's time to lower that car payment, change the terms, or trade out of that car. Just because you got approved for something does not mean you have to keep it. Let me say that again. Just because you got approved for something does not mean you have to keep it. Okay. So again, make sure you know that information. Okay. Instagram, make sure you guys go ahead and comment the word ebook to grab my free credit ebook. YouTube, you guys can scan that QR code right there at the top. Okay. But again, you need to know that you have options. Somebody put in the comments, you have options. As your credit score starts to improve, you start to increase the amount of options that you have. So that plays a major role in the things that you need to start doing. Okay. So you forgot where you came from. Okay. That's car payment and that's credit cards as well, too. Okay. Get better situations because now you have a higher credit score. Okay. Next, some of you all need to do this. And I know it's tough. You got to tell people no. You got to tell people no. Some of you all have too many people in your business. Some people know, too many people know that you're with Navy Federal. Too many people know that you have a good credit score. What can that lead to? Here's what that can lead to. That can lead to co-signing for people. People are going to paint you into a corner. They'll make you feel bad emotionally, almost as if you should do something. Some people have even put God in front of the sentence or put faith in front of the sentence saying, well, you God gave you that good credit score. You should be trying to help somebody. Don't listen. I mean, people will say a lot of condescending, or I don't know if that's the right word I'm looking for, but they'll say a lot of things. They're trying to manipulate you. They're trying to paint you into a corner to where you feel obligated to do something for them, whether it's co-signing or swiping your card. Let me tell you all a story. I know you guys like stories. This will be short and quick. One of my clients, her cousin knew she had good credit. So the cousin said, hey, I'm trying to get this student loan, but they said I can't get a student loan by myself. Well, of course you can't. You have no job. You have no proof of income. You don't have any credit. They should be denying more people. Whole nother video. Anyway, so she said, hey, listen, can you co-sign for me? Being the good cousin, being the one that says, hey, I'm going to be the one to help somebody out. Guess what she did, everybody? Guess what she did? She went ahead and she co-signed for the family member. She co-signed for the family member to go ahead and guess what? Get the pre-approval, or not the pre-approval, to get approved for the student loan. All right. Everything goes well first year. Everything goes well second year. Well, half the second year. Guess what? Then it's time to start making payments. The cousin decides to leave school. Once you leave school, that now turns the loans on 6 months after you leave school, unless you got them in deferment. These were private student loans. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Ooh, that's what we all thinking. Yeah, crazy, right? Here's what happened. Private student loans. Now, all of a sudden, the person that asked to get the student loans, not only are they not in school, they not working. I know y'all think this new generation gonna be working. They ain't gonna work. Anyway, that's not everybody, too many. But anyway, sure enough, they said they not working. And then then they did start working, guess what? They didn't want to pay their obligation. But since it was on her credit, guess who stuck? Who she's been paying over $400 a month for over a year and a half. And this is before y'all favorite President Trump has put the Department of Education. I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow, by the way, because if you got student loans, you need to watch this video tomorrow. Anyway, so this is before all the changes. So my point is, you cannot be out here co-signing for people. So what are we gonna start telling people? Put it in the comments. What are we gonna start telling people? The answer is no. Now, listen, I got friends and I got family too. We all human, right? We've all been in some situations before. I've had people ask me for money before. I don't know. Everybody asks everybody for money, just so we're clear. Everybody asks everybody, whether you got it or whether you don't got it, people gonna ask you. Okay. Now, good thing for me is I wiggle my way out of it. Like, hey, I done made 2,000 free videos. I ain't got to give you money. I can give you knowledge. Just so you guys know, you don't have to just give money. You can give knowledge, you can give time, you can give love. Okay. I like to give knowledge. Okay. Go watch one of them 2,000 videos I got to get out that situation now. Okay. Anyway, that's how you get. So no co-signing. Swiping your credit card. Y'all like stories. Let me give you another one. One of my clients, some of you all have heard this story before, but it talks about so many different credit situations. They have a credit card, high limit credit card. Family knows it. Somebody passed away in the family. Y'all know where I'm going. Y'all know how people do it. They don't have life insurance. Some of y'all watching this right now know y'all need to have some life insurance. We'll do that anyway. So they didn't have life insurance. Everyone in the family knew she had a good credit. She had a good credit score. She also had a high limit credit card because that's what it comes with, right? Sure enough, they said, "Hey, listen, can you cover the funeral? You can't let your cousin go out like this. You're gonna be in a position. Here it comes. This is what they start to. I don't know if it's gaslighting, but I think gaslighting is something else. But anyway, this is what they start to manipulate you. They start to make you feel obligated. They say, "Oh, so you gonna have this high limit credit card, and you gonna watch us struggle to pay." This is what they told her. You're gonna watch us struggle to pay for your cousin's funeral when you could just swipe your card. Sure enough, guess what she did, class? She swiped her credit card. She felt guilty. She felt obligated. Don't fall for that. Tell people no. We're adults. We are adults. Come on now. People got to be told no. Sometimes people's problem is not your problem. Now, I'm not saying that you can't help out. I'm not saying that there aren't alternatives. There are alternatives. Stop trying to guilt trip people. You should be ashamed of yourself. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. This is You need to make sure that you are making your life easy for people around you. See, sometimes you may say, "Oh, this doesn't bother me," but yeah, this might bother your family member. We got to stop leaving the earth with debt and disappointment. Let me say that again. We got to stop leaving the earth and stop leaving our family with debt and disappointment. Okay? These are the years right now. Stop playing around. Stop playing around. Okay. I hope I ain't hurt nobody feelings up in here. We're just trying to make sure y'all know these good credit problems. Okay. Next, you have improved your credit score. But watch this. Y'all ain't ready for this one. People don't talk about this. You will only learn this on this channel. You will only learn this on this channel. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Check this out. You improve your credit score so fast that you haven't changed yet. Watch this. You got trade lines or your credit wiped. I'm not knocking what you did, whatever you did, because those are like the most accelerated, right? And there's nothing wrong with being an authorized user, getting trade lines, getting stuff removed from your credit report. Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. Do your thing. It's your prerogative. But you got to know what that comes with. Your habits are the same. Your habits are the same. And growth takes time. Somebody put this in the comments. Growth takes time, right? What do I mean by that? If you were a 500 credit score, 400, and now all of a sudden you're a 650, 700, now you got this higher score. Guess what? If you couldn't afford the car payment back then, you're not going to be able to afford the car payment right now, right? If you didn't know how to use a high limit credit card back then, you damn sure know how to use one right now, right? But now you feel validated. See, here's what you did. Let me break something down to you all. A credit report is an adult report card. So you take I remember back some of you guys, I don't know if you guys remember. Of course, I'm a late 80s baby. So we used to in Memphis, see in Chicago is different. But in Memphis, we used to have to take our credit cards home. Y'all remember that? Who remembers when you used to have to take your credit card home? Well, not credit card. You have to take your report card home, right? You used to have to take your report card home, right? In Chicago, Chicago's different. They had it where your parents had to come pick it up. Crazy. Insane, backwards to me. Anyway, use it bring, and you know why we did it like that in Memphis? They trusted kids, and the grade was written in ink. Watch this. I can't even show you. I need a sheet of paper. There were teachers that would write an F, but then kids would make a line on that right hand side of that F, make it look like an A. Sometimes it's like what we're doing with credit, right? If it goes too fast, we say, "Oh, this ain't no F. This is an A." No, no, no. And you tell yourself, you start lying to yourself. I'm not again, growth takes time. You can tell yourself that you're there. Some of you all need to stop lying to yourself about where you are. The sooner you accept where you are, the faster you can really get out your situation. Otherwise, you're gonna keep finding yourself in this dance. It's just like this salsa dance, right? It's this circle. Like, man, how come I keep ending up here? Because you haven't fixed the problem. You keep thinking it's income. Sometimes it is income, but a lot of time it's mental, right? As the old saying goes, you could take all the money from everybody in the world. Maybe let's just say the United States, because the world got a lot of stuff going on. Let's say the United States. You can take all the money from everybody in the United States and then make it all even. Everybody gets paid evenly, right? You divide it up evenly. Within a matter of years, it's going to end up back in the same hands because of what? The mental. It's the mental. See, some of you all, again, y'all have stopped learning after high school. Towards the end of high school, y'all didn't care. Some of you all stopped learning at the end of college. That's formal education. There's nothing wrong with formal education. You need some type of formal education. Here's where people drop the ball: self education, personal development. What do you need to get better at? You got an attitude problem. You need to read about getting a better attitude. You always negative. You pessimistic. You always see things, the glass half empty instead of half full. You can't be naive, but you need to be around more positive people. You need to be around positive development, personal development, right? That may be something you need to work on, right? But you lying to yourself. You're telling yourself that you are at a different space than where you really are because your credit score is higher. Your income hasn't changed. Your habit hasn't changed. Your budget hasn't changed. Okay. Now you telling everybody drinks on you. Why? Because it's on your credit card? Listen, I'm not knocking what you do, but do understand you got to change mentally. Your habits have to change, right? These are good credit problems that people think they don't have. That's why I'm here to tell you guys about this stuff tonight. All right. Now, listen, guys, you think this is something? We got way more stuff in our credit community. Let me show you guys what's coming up in our online credit community, guys. Listen, our credit community is insane right now. Okay, listen, check this out. Check this out. First off, I was letting everybody know we got a business attorney. One of my friends of mine, she is a business attorney. She's going to be talking about trademarks and copyrights. This is a free event to the elite members. It's only going to be in the elite. Okay. Now it's not free to join the elite. Okay. But this is just one of the things. Why are we talking about this type of stuff? Because we have business owners inside of our community, okay? And they need to know about trademarks and copyright. But anyway, listen, we got so many things coming up. This is our classroom section right here. Oh, y'all can't see nothing. Let me go and share this tab. I'm over here showing about this stuff. Y'all can't even see it. So now check this out. So right here, this is our classroom section right here. So here, if you want to improve your credit score, all you got to do is click on where it says improve my credit score. And then you want to go ahead. Listen, somebody asked about a dispute letter earlier. We went ahead and let them know where that was. You can go right here, and then we have a credit score range. You put in here where your credit score range is, and it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do if you have a credit score between 300 and 600. If your credit score is between 600 and 700, we're going to tell you exactly what to do. If you need to dispute, it's going to show you exactly what to do. If you want to learn about account collections, trade lines, authorized user accounts, whatever that is, adding positive accounts to your credit report, adding rental history to your credit report, all that is there. If you want to lower your car payment, we have information on that. If you want a personal loan, we have, again, you get access to all of this information while you're inside of the 850 Club Elite. If you need funding for your business, listen, we got so much stuff in here. Listen, check this out. In our Elite Power Talk series, listen, we interviewed a guy. This guy charges thousands of dollars for his information. By the way, Elite members, let me know if y'all in the comment section. Elite, put Elite inside the comment section if y'all are in the building. Okay, let us know if you're in the building. But check this out. My Elite members had so many questions. This is a guy he's invested millions of dollars. He charges thousands of dollars for the information he gave for free. Because I know people. I know people that want to help people. I know people that want to help people. Either way, he spent it was a 1 hour. It was a 1 hour session. We spent 20 to 30 minutes on the interview. He spent the rest of the time answering questions about how you can buy real estate with business credit. Navy Federal hacks. Y'all, listen, y'all, YouTube still ain't seen this. YouTube, I think y'all gonna see this next week. Y'all gonna see this next week. Then, of course, YouTube just got this interview. Elite already saw this 4 weeks ago, right? They're ahead of the game. They a month ahead. My goal is to keep them a month ahead. And that's not it. We got so many other things that's coming up as well, too. If you're serious about going into home ownership, let me know if you're serious about going into home ownership. Okay. Listen, we have our 90-day home buying challenge. This is our in-person home buyer workshop that's coming up. We got so much stuff coming up, guys. This is right here, the 90-day home buying challenge. That's gonna be at 8 p.m. We're gonna be talking about the third pre-approval. We're gonna talk about the third masterclass, talking about how you can get pre-approved and celebrating people's success. Y'all do know there are people, Sharonda, there are people, right, who started out in the 90-day challenge. They did not qualify for homeownership. Now they qualify. Right? Now they qualify. I'm just here to help you accomplish your credit goals. That's all. I'm just here to help you accomplish your credit goals. If you want to learn more about the 850 Club Elite, let me go and put the link inside the chat as well too. You guys can go and scan that QR code right there on your phone, or you can go and click this link inside of the chat right here. Okay, I'm put that link inside the chat so you guys can actually see that. Okay. Now, of course, we got some elite members in the house. Let's go ahead and get into the comment section. Oh, by the way, this is also another screenshot. We got plenty of screenshots. I got to get you guys some updated ones. I'm just bragging on the people that's inside the elite. Why am I bragging on them? I'm bragging on them because they're listening. I'm bragging on them because they're following instructions. I'm bragging on them because they're around people that want to see them win. I'm bragging on them because I remember where they were. I remember helping this gentleman and giving him a game plan and telling him exactly what he needed to do to improve his credit score. He qualified for Navy Federal. Not me. He did. He did. By following the game plan, he got their attention. I know what banks are looking for. He got their attention, everybody. Y'all, are y'all hearing me? He got their attention. He has been working on his credit for years. I created a custom game plan for him. He followed the game plan step by step to the T. And then Navy Federal said, oh, yeah, we like that. Approved. $11,000 on the spot. On the spot, guys. Let's go into the community. Let's go and go into the chat here, guys. Was this good information? Yes or yes? Travis Benjamin is in the house. Appreciate you being here, sir, per usual over the years. Yanobi's in the house. Hey, now, beautiful people, what's going on? Yanobi is in the house for sure. 850 Club Elite is here. We in here deep too. We in here deep. Jamie, what's going on? Right? Yanobi says, listen, you all have options. And I think a lot of people forget that, especially as they're on their credit journey. You most definitely have options. He says, pimp slap them with that Bible. For real. People trying to guilt trip people, man. Trying to tell people anything because they be in a bad position. Don't put that weight on me. Don't put your weight on people, man. Don't do that. The world is all, I tell my son all the time, the world already has its natural challenges. Okay. You don't want to be one of those people that's adding more to it. Don't get me wrong. You got to vent out. You got to have conversations. I'm not saying don't talk to people. I don't want you guys to get confused. What I'm saying is don't just always be the person complaining in the room. Be solution oriented. Be solution oriented. So next time you complain, say, what's the strategy? Say, listen, man, I hate XYZ, but this is what I'm gonna do next time. Finish the sentence. Some of you all haven't finished the sentence. Yeah, some of you all don't know how to finish the sentence. You're like, man, I'm so tired of this situation. But what we're gonna do is, right? Man, every time I start this car, but what I'm gonna take care of is, right? Strategy. Strategy. And if you're not getting the strategy, let's get the strategy going. I apologize if I'm too positive for you, but it's like we can't just sit around in it. We can't just sit in it. We can't sit it. We got to get up out of it. Okay, right? He says they just want them checks. They just want it. Absolutely. Eco says hell no. Listen, Eco says listen. They ready to say no too. That's what I'm talking about. Miko Balo says don't even co-sign for anybody, even to your granny, if she's staying upside down and begging. We ruthless in here tonight, man. Not your grandma. Dang, grandma, that's a hard no. That's a hard no. Jamie says, don't give money, give knowledge and a little time. That's right. I'm telling you. I am telling you. She said, listen, not granny. For real. Jamie says, don't put them funerals on a credit card. Just say no. Especially, man, listen, them funerals ain't cheap. You talking $5, $6, $7, $8,000. And here's the crazy part. Nobody, the rest of that story is nobody was going to they did raise some money and they gave her what they could, but it's nowhere near. I think it was like at least 6 or 7,000 that girl spent. And they probably gave her about 15, 1,600 because y'all know we do GoFundMe's. We do a group text. We make it on Facebook. This is what we do. I don't want y'all mad at this is what we do. We send out the group text. Everybody say, hey, what can you give? Everybody sending $20, $10, $50. People send $100, right? Because that's what they can do. Moving on. And he says, good info. Okay. Jamie says, growth takes time. Yanobi says, growth takes time. And he says, growth takes time for sure. Spark Tablet says, I think that's Kim. Kim says, miss me with all that spiritual manipulation. For real. Don't y'all get conned out here. Don't y'all get conned. He says, I used to sign my own report card. I was super bad with good grades. I just skipped school so much. Let me tell y'all something. Nah, y'all ain't ready for that story. Y'all ain't ready for that story, man. I had perfect attendance before I met my wife. Anyway, Yanobi says it's all about mindset. Okay. Tony Brown says you will not regret good credit. You will not regret it. You will not regret it. Kim says growth takes time. Kim says, Calvin, you preach in and don't even know. I try my best not to. I just see the mistakes that people make. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not perfect. That's how I learned about this stuff too. Nobody's perfect in the ways of perfection. But you gotta just know that you can't say yes to everything. And even like I'm learning that in business. You can't say yes to not everything, because sometimes you don't have the bandwidth. It's only so much, it's only 24 hours in a day. You got to use it wisely, right? Elite is deep in the house, guys. Yanobi's in the house. Mar R is in the house. All right. Annie says Elite. Yanobi says, of course, she's here. Succeeding in two says, good evening, everyone. Yanobi says, I can't even keep up. Right. We got success stories. We got stuff coming in. The good thing is that you guys always have access to the replay. So whenever you're ready for that part in your life, you can always circle back to it, right? From good sources for sure. Kim says Elite is in the building. Mar R says, "Oh yeah, we like that." Exactly. Caleb says superb and relevant information for sure. All right. Listen, guys, appreciate you guys being here. I got a video dropping on tomorrow. If you guys got student loans, you most definitely want to find out what's going on. I tried to get it out today, but today was a busy, busy, busy day today. So listen, I most definitely have some another video for you guys on tomorrow. We got some surprises coming for sure. Elite, we're always spoiling them, trying to figure out how to make sure that they get everything that they need because those are the most serious people, man. Listen, you got to get around serious people. If you are truly serious about your goals in 2025, you can do this, but you need a strategy. Okay. Listen, sometimes the thing that you don't want to do or the thing that you don't know to do is what's holding you back the most. Okay. Some of you all have that ego. You're like, oh, I know this already. Or I know XYZ. Well, you got to get around people that's doing it. You got to get around people where the goal is the habit, right? Everyone's working towards X. Everyone see in the 850 Club Elite, it's a natural thing. Everybody's paying down their credit cards in the Elite. Everybody's paying down their credit cards. Everybody's trying to lower their car payments. Everybody in Elite is getting their utility bills added to their credit report. Everybody in Elite is improving their credit scores. Everybody in Elite is learning about business credit. Whether they decide to do something with it now or later, they get the information. Everybody in Elite is going to qualify for home ownership, right? Because that's the goal. It's like, hey, are you there yet? You there yet? No, no problem. And we don't make people feel bad. We just saying, hey, what's good, right? Even if it's 2 points, we celebrating that. It's going in the right direction. Forward is better than backwards. I'm gonna leave you guys with this, and we're gonna wrap up. I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Watch this. If you notice when you're driving a car, the front windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror. You know why that is? The rearview mirror is small because that's how much time you should be spending on the past. That's how much time you should be spending on things behind you. Okay. Some of you all still trying to spend all day trying to adjust the rearview mirror. Okay. Don't get me wrong. You got to remember, don't forget me wrong. Remember where you came from, but don't forget where you are right now. Don't forget the vision. You can't fix the past, but you can fix right now. Every second is an opportunity, especially if you're breathing, especially if you're 6 feet above ground, right? You can't be complaining. You can't keep complaining. There are people in a much worse situation than you. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you can't vent or talk about certain things. I get it out, right? But you got to understand it's action. What that feeling you feel when you don't feel like doing it, that's when you know you should, right? Because you got to do it. If you don't do it, you're just delaying it. I tell my son this all the time. I say, listen, the faster you get it done, the faster you get to play with your friends. The faster you get this done, the faster you get to do what you want to, kid. He's like, oh man, I got now he getting to that age. I know y'all got kids probably older than mine. He's 10. So I tell him to go do this. Oh, now he ain't dragging this. I ain't gonna have that in my house, but he just like, he ain't going crazy. But I can see it on his face. He's like, oh my God, you gotta do all this. It's like, what you complaining about? Do I gotta change the Wi-Fi code around here? What we doing? What we doing? But my point is, like, listen, you dragging your feet. I see you kicking the can down the road, kid. Some of you all are kicking the can down the road. Don't drag your feet on this. Now, I'm not talking about the elite. I'm talking about just most of these decisions that we're making in our life. None of us skipped 10 years old. We didn't skip it. Okay. We just got older, right? We just got older. That's all that was. All right. Either way, he says, I'm trying to find that YouTube replay from last night. Oh man, which one are you talking about? If it was a live, it's there. Yeah, just go to the live section. You know what? Yeah, you just check that out. I think that's what I did. Was that last night? I didn't go live last night. What am I talking about? Jamie was in the Elite saying, she was like, Calvin, you going live tonight? I was like, I forget. I should have told y'all. See, that's the thing. Y'all can use me going live every night now. I gotta give y'all a schedule. But see, if I give y'all a schedule, I gotta stick to it. So Damon says, I think all I need to do is wait for some things to be removed and add more good history. That could be the case. And there's nothing wrong with that. Keep us posted, sir. Your green thumb says, great information, bro. Better to have good credit and long credit lines and not need it than to need it and not have it. I know that's right. Absolutely. Frederick says, mine most definitely moved by little. I think the most I've had was 17 points at once, 577 and moving up. Great job, sir. Listen, Kimberly says, Damon, get inside the elite. You better believe it. And Arlay says, I'm late. No, our lake. We just actually started at a more reasonable time. Our lake be first one here, and we be super late on that California time. This is super late for my East Coast people. All my Georgia people, it's by 11:53. Y'all be up here like it's midnight March Madness. It's gonna be crazy. Okay. But anyway, oh, we said today earlier. Oh man. I gotta figure out what we're gonna do about that, because yeah, I gotta figure out what we're gonna do about that. So, but anyway, okay, I get what you're saying. I think it's talking about something else. But either way, guys, all right, I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good one.